Yeah, Marty in the chair ain't never move a muscle. Keyboard cowboy, pockets gaining hustle. Promises flow, but the chair staying warm. Scam artist symphony never leaves the dorm. Scamming all day from his cozy little spot. Chris can't see the ties in this knot. Ash in the back running cars like a clown. Soon the SEC finna shut it down. Chris wandering blind can see past his nose. Buying into money's poorly scripted shows. Join in the choir of digital deceit, but the house of cards buckle under heat. Ash with the smoke, mirrors all around, trying to hide the truth, but the SEC ain't bound. Closing and swiftly gonna call their bluff. Frauds exposed, time to face the rough. Money that is quicker than a midday dream. Ash sweating bullets, can't redeem. Empty promises and fabricated wealth. Con his demise, checking his health. Scamming all day from his cozy little spot. Chris can't see the ties in this knot. Ash in the back running cars like a clown. Soon the SEC finna shut it down. Fraudulent pyramid built on lies. Ash was attacked from the skies. Money streaks in the night. Chris can't see the light. Create. False prophets found in deceit. Red nose better not join the beat. Who the comers just is near. Scammers tremble in their fear. Wake up, break those chains. Truth in our veins, justice reigns. Karma comes swift and true. Gonna cleanse the lies from you. Slick words won't save you now. Face the screen, time to bow. False gods, they lead astray, but karma queen's here to stay. Pyramids rise but fall apart. Empty souls, lacking hearts. Ash and shadows playing God. Deception down the fishing pond. Blind eyes open wide. Hunter becomes the one to hide. Chris and Marty take the scheme, sinking in illusion's dream. Break those chains. Truth in my veins, justice reigns. Causes reigns. Karma comes swift and true. Gonna cleanse the lies from you. Break those chains. Truth in my veins, justice reigns. Causes reigns. Karma comes swift and true. Gonna cleanse the lies from you. Slick words won't save you now. Faceless green, time to bow. False gods, they lead astray, but karma queens, here to stay. Pyramids rise but fall apart. Empty souls, lacking hearts. Ashing shadows playing God. Deception down to fishing pond. Blinders open wide. Hunter becomes the one to hide. Chris and Marty fake the scheme, sinking in illusion's dream. Break those chains. Truth in my veins, justice reigns. Karma comes swift and true. Gonna cleanse the lies from you. Slick words won't save you now. Faceless greed, time to bow. False gods, they lead astray, but karma queens, here to stay.
Stop going there. Don't panic.
Hello, everyone, and how are you all doing today? Happy MLM Monday, the day where you get to go around and watch all of your favorite anti-MLM creators, which I'm hoping is why you're here. Or maybe you're here because you would like to get some more information on the fact that Onpassive Hyderabad employees actually went on strike today. Yes, they were picketing in front of Onpassive. An article has finally been written on this. I've been looking for one all weekend long, and today one actually finally showed up. So I thought that we would start by going through that, and then I want to react to the Marty DeGarmo and Chris Johnson Shinning the Light with good old John White, because we react a lot on here to John White and Bill Must's, I guess you can call them their promotional materials for Onpassive, their songs, their lovely Onpassive short videos, and etc. So I thought it would be a good idea to get to know who John White is a little bit better. I hear that a bunch of you have been trying to get the article to translate. I don't know why it's not working for you, but that's okay. I got you. Agent says Red and Jane just spent a Monday fun day warning about scams whilst promoting a scam. Wild. I know, it's wild. That is wild. That's pretty crazy. I mean, the thing is that if you're in one of these, you don't see it as a scam. So to them, they think that they're doing some good here. Sam says, according to Ash, John White is black. Yes, apparently we needed to know that. Because, his name is John White. And he's not white. And Ash found that to be humorous. I guess humor is subjective, whatever. Nothing about their products in their promotional material, another red flag. John White is the oldest bugger in Onpassive. He's like 97 in the shade. I don't know how old he is. He is older, though. We're doing some, just give me the light and pass the road. Everything else is the scam, but the one you are in. That's right. That's right. Even Marty with his speeches about how all the other MLMs rip you off, but their MLM is, of course, the one that's going to save all of humanity. If Ash doesn't feel bad about his own employees suffering by not being paid, he definitely does not care about paying the founders. Also, did Marty give up his SSI benefits yet? Founders need justice. No, Don shall never surrender. He will never surrender that. Never, ever, ever surrender it. Since we're doing this shining the light, yeah. Just give me the light and pass the road. So, let's get into the article first, since a bunch of you guys told me that you guys couldn't translate it. It is in another language, so it might be hard for some of you guys to read. But it was published today at 2:48 p.m. I believe they're like a day ahead of us. So it says a software company that doesn't pay salaries, employees complain to police. And then we get this picture of, these are all of the Hyderabad employees here, and they're all holding up papers that are showing that they have not been getting paid. They have not been paid the entire time that they've worked in this office. Hello, Sherry. Good to see you. Ash, the apex predator. So they are in front of the Hyderabad office. You can see it in the background there, right? And as you can see, they're picketing, like they're on strike. And the article reads, Hyderabad, another software company, has given a befitting reply to its employees. So, as we spoke about several months ago, it'd be about 2 months ago now, the employees basically were like, hey, Ash, pay us. You have not paid us in months. We're not going to be working anymore for you, and we're all going home. All right? Sort of like, fuck you, we're going home until you pay us. So Ash, I guess, responded to this with them, and they did not like the response that he gave because it wasn't just, here's your money. Allegedly, he kept kind of trying to string them along like he does with his founders, right? Like, it's very much the same thing. They would ask when he was getting paid, today or tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. So they finally decided to go on strike. The employees of Onpassive Technologies in Hyderabad's high-tech city staged a protest on Monday, July 22nd. A complaint has been lodged against the company at Madhapur Police Station. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. I do apologize. Feel free to yell at me and tell me how to properly pronounce it in the comments below. More than 200 employees, which I was surprised even at 200 employees. Or I'll be honest, I was like, really? There's 200 people working there? Wow. More than 200 employees of the company have been struggling to pay their salaries for the past 6 months. And again, this is translated. They mean more than 200 employees of the company have not received their salaries for the past 6 months. I believe it's like going on 7 months now, you know? We've been saying 6 months for a little bit here. The employees complained that they were facing severe difficulties due to lack of salaries. And I'm like, of course. Of course. Imagine if you were not getting paid from your job for 6 months. Like, that pretty much is going to fuck up your whole life. You're not able to pay your rent. You can't pay any of your bills. You can't pay for food. You literally cannot live. Like, that's a long time. They spelled it on passive. Tanya's on a plane to the Sakashi office at this moment. She's going to give them a piece of her mind. I'm sure she's already writing out comments going, you need to put on passive in all capital letters. Can you, right? Like, imagine actually not being paid from your job for 6 months. This isn't just an MLM thing. They haven't paid the commissions of the distributors here since September 2023. These are the actual employees that he hired, right? Basically, this is his tech team. So if you're wondering why the migration is taking a long time, it's because nobody's doing it. I really do believe that they were like, wait, you haven't paid us and now you want us to do this big migration? No, pay us first. No, thank you. How many weeks would you work without pay? 0. 0. If I got hired somewhere, all right, and here in Canada, you usually work for 3 weeks before you get your first paycheck. Right? It just kind of ends up that way. That way, you still get a little paycheck when you leave. It's kind of set up like that on purpose for you. That way, if you lose your job, you still get one paycheck after you leave kind of thing. Supposed to help you out here. And like, it's sometimes, you know, you start a job and then it's hard to get through those first few weeks because you're like, damn, I'll wait to get paid here. You know, I don't work, but I got a nice pension. And imagine if you didn't get that for 6 months, right? Like, that really affects your entire life. I'm shocked. I thought Onpassive is a 20 people operation, right? That's the part we're shocked about. Are we shocked that Ash hasn't paid salaries? No. Are we shocked that these guys finally had enough of it and spoke out? No, we're very proud. Good for them. They should definitely do this. The part that's fucking us all up is there's 200 employees on this. Right? We're like, what? 200? Who would have thought? They're probably borrowing money from their family and friends. I hope that they have people in their community that can help them through this, because I literally cannot imagine. I would be evicted. I pay full rent here. I'm not in housing despite a popular belief on the internet. All right, I pay almost $2,000 for a 2-bedroom apartment here in Ottawa. So if I didn't have money coming in, all right, I would be fucking evicted. My rent would they wouldn't let me live here for 6 months without paying. Heck no. Heck no. We would be homeless. And I'm in Canada. Like, it's really scary to think that this is going on. Unpassive, more like off-passive. Yeah, now, right? Ash does not care about paying anyone but himself, right? Ash is the definition of selfish and corrupt. I mean, here's the thing. You could have argued me all day long that he's not corrupt for not paying the commissions to the distributors. But I don't know if you have an argument anymore when we show that he hasn't been paying the salary of his employees. Right? Because Hunbots have a gray area where for some reason people don't treat it the same when they get kind of like ripped off. People are like, oh, that serves you right, you know? But not paying your employees that you have hired. Okay? And there's labor laws here. People seem to think that just because it's in India that these guys have no way of fighting back, so he can just fuck them over. I feel like that's what he's thinking too. And it's like, no, you went there for cheap labor and then you can't even pay it. Like, are you kidding me? You know? Were the people in the In It to Win It video getting paid? No. Loretta, the woman that sings the theme song, and I think she has like 2 or 3 songs out now about Onpassive. We just really like the Onpassive theme song, as it's called. It's not called In It to Win It. Watch Friday's video to find out more info on that. No, that was all like volunteer. They all just got together and put that whole music video on, which is craziness. Mr. Ash, you don't need all those developers when you have leading AI technology, right? I'm still not used to getting paid once per month instead of every 2 weeks. Yeah, that's a big, big difference. What's going on? The employees are on strike. So Hart doesn't pay well. And he's like, I want to pay them all in heart. Every company I've worked for always paid in the 25th. Is it fraud? Well, they are being sued by the Security and Exchange Commission in the United States for unregistered securities suspected of fraud and called a pyramid scheme. So, yes. Yes. No, I wouldn't. No, I have too much pride for that. I found that out. If this is what Jesus was asking about a week ago, I'd like to think Sayers of Nay helped them find the courage to strike. I think it might have been. This is what they were talking about. So again, they're facing severe difficulties, as anyone would, not getting paid for 6 months. Every employee working in the company has 10 years of experience. And as I told you guys a while ago, you might not remember, we went and we looked up the jobs on Ash's job board several months, might be going on a year ago now. And he was asking for people with like at least a bachelor's degree and at least 5 years of experience to come and work at this company. So I believe that all of them do have 10 years of experience or more. The employees complained that they were not being given jobs elsewhere due to poor payslip and PF. He alleged that the company's management was spending time saying today and tomorrow if salaries were demanded. So again, kind of a bad translation. Blame Google for that one. I believe they're saying that whenever the employees asked for their pay, management told them today or tomorrow. It's coming today or tomorrow. Just like Ash does with the commissions. Any day now, same thing. Why would it be different? Right? They demanded that their salaries be paid immediately. They made it clear that they were ready to perform their duties if salaries were paid, which leads me to believe that they have stopped all duties, until. Which I'm very proud of them for doing. I'm actually very, very proud. I'm like, yes, you should definitely walk out of that office and refuse to do anything until he pays you. That is ridiculous. They said that they would not call off the agitation. They're striking until their money was given. So they're going to be striking out in front of the Hyderabad office every day now. Every day now until they get paid. You know? Now we understand why Mr. Nazal left. He was hungry. Well, here's the thing. Yeah, if he's not paying these guys, he's probably also not paying his CMO. I don't know if Muhammad Kamal is getting paid. Dr. Susan's probably also owed some money. You know? Did Ash pay his employees in his worthless O coins? He probably tried to, and they were like, no, we need money to pay our expenses. That not to buy O Connect, sir. You know? India is corrupt as hell, so Ash might be untouchable. There's a lot as he keeps making them payments. So the employees would just show up for work week after week without pay, so Ash remained silent about paying them, and they got a voice to report it after all this time. Yes. Yes. I mean, I'm guessing they're probably just as manipulated by him as the O founders are. I probably did say duty. Hello, devils. I'm thinking they probably would wait a few months. I mean, you have to think that the office there would run very similarly to how he runs everything else. How he manages the O founders would be similar. So I could see it being a very cult-like workplace. That exists, believe it or not. And then having, like, them believe in him so much. And they're probably also thinking, there's no way this guy's going to stiff us on our salary. That would be awful, you know? But then it happens. So they go to him and go, come on, like, where's my money? Oh, tomorrow. Tomorrow or the next day I'll pay you. And they probably believed him a few times. But, you know, after 6 months, you would hope that people would kind of rise up and be like, enough is enough. John Barilla is willing to cross the picket line and acts like a worker. Kamal gets paid in food. But how could poor Ash pay them without a payment processor? Good question. It's still his responsibility, though. Every employee has 10 years of experience, no more, no less. Every single one. Really, it must be a rough translation. It's probably at least 10 years of experience. Like I said, he was asking for people with a minimum of 5 years experience and a bachelor degree. So, that wouldn't be so weird. I mean, think about it. There's probably a lot of tech people in India with 10 years of experience working in technology or doing coding and etc. Like, you know, and with all the ads that they do there, you have to remember it's not like here where we have never heard of them anywhere. There they actually are in like the mall and stuff. So there are ads. So there are probably some people that think it's a legit company. Right? Like, so they're going to be like, yeah, I want to go work for Onpassive with my 10 years experience. It's not that weird. Can Ash be sued if it is discovered that he paid off the Indian police to not investigate him? Well, he's not doing a very good job of it because, you see, they have reported him to the police. They have lodged a complaint against the company at the police station. So here in India, if you don't pay your employees, it can be seen as actual theft. All right? So they've basically reported him for theft. And if you're an employee or you're in Hyderabad at all, and you would like to also contact the police, here's the contact information so that you can do so. And let them know that it's not only his employees that he's not paying, but it's also the O founders that he owes commissions to. I mean, it wouldn't hurt if you were in the area to just kind of call and let them know. Because if they're going to help the employees get paid, maybe they'll also help you get your commissions. I'm just putting it out there. This is public information. It's the police station in that area. This is the contact info. If you're not in Hyderabad, don't go fucking calling it, reporting things, please. Don't waste their time. Don't bug them. That's not what I'm saying to do. But if you are in the Hyderabad area and, you know, that you can call this police station, it's more local for you, right? It probably wouldn't hurt even if you were an O founder to let them know that not only is he not paying his employees, but he's running a pyramid scheme. Feel free to also link them to the SEC case in the USA. If they see that going on in the USA, maybe they'll be like, we don't want them here. Maybe something more can be done. But it's very interesting that, you know, they now have an article out about it. Thankfully, now we can say for sure that this is going on. Queen, wait, you're telling me people in India work in the tech industry? Who knew? That's what I mean, guys. Like, it's like, yeah, there probably is 200 employees with over 10 years of experience, each of them. I mean, you have to think Ash doing the hiring process. He's going to want the best of the best of the best. So the more years of experience you have, he probably got in quicker, yeah. He probably hired for this position like you would in any tech job. It's just his isn't any tech job, right? That's the manipulation of it. I've seen all those scammers on Passive India channels posting videos with thumbnails showing PM Modi holding a photoshopped Onpassive logo, implying presidential level involvement. What a damn lie. There's also several of them claiming that they've been paid commissions, and I don't know what they're talking about because they haven't. Like, I saw a thumbnail for one recently that said, go check your bank account, and it had an amount there. Like, it was like, I made this many rupees. And I was like, no, you didn't, though. Why are you saying this? Let's not do that. I don't get that, not finding jobs elsewhere because of poor pay slips. Here, if they ask why you're looking to leave where you are, and you say you haven't been paid in 6 months, that's where the question stops, because everyone can understand that. I'm not really sure about that, but either way, even if they go and get a new job to help them out, they're still owed this money for the last 6 months at this job. So, like, no matter what, he has to pay them. And it could be potentially difficult to get a job somewhere else if you're already working for a company, even if they're not paying you. I'm not really sure how it works there. But, you know, it probably does make things more difficult. Maybe they're scared if they leave that job completely, then they're never going to get paid. You know? If Ash is HR, there is going to be a long interview process. See, that's what I mean. I don't really know what their hiring process was, but I do know what the ads were looking for, because he did post them on the website. There was an area you can go on the website to see them. So he was looking for people with a lot of, like, experience and education that he did not deserve to ask for. Like, that was the point the whole time. I was like, you don't deserve people with this much experience and education, Ash. But go off and ask for it anyway. Those channels are 100% clickbait monetized schemes. I believe so too. A lot of them are. Like, except for Gersman. Gersminder posted one of those videos recently. And I was like, what are you doing, Gersminder? You definitely know better. Ash has a sweet mouth with empty promises. Yep. Hello, Angel. Good to see you. Let us hope that we get the whole truth revealed to us sooner than later about Onpassive. Oh, well. Well, the truth is out there, and it shall set you free. So, like I said, I do have the Shinning the Light with John White. And I'm just very, very excited about it because I don't really know that much about John White. I don't know. Do you guys know a lot about John White? I feel like he's somebody whose name is constantly on the videos we're reacting to, but I couldn't place a face to the name, you know? Yeah. Oh, the recovering Hunbot went live. I did hear from her and her surgery went well, so that's good news. Make sure you give her lots of love because she did go through surgery today. The good news is she made it through. She's back. She was doing well enough to do a live stream, I guess, so that's good. A quick review. Yeah, the article that we just read through. With OConnect being down, does Marty still work the 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. schedule? I don't know. It's a good question. Wonder what they're going to be doing for the 360 tomorrow. Can you compare OConnect to Zoom, ONET to Facebook-wise? I have compared OConnect to Zoom in a past video where we went over what is OConnect. You should be able to find it on my channel. And we did compare the price as well as some of the features. But I have not done ONET to Facebook because I feel like then somehow I would be insulting Mark Zuckerberg. Because, like, it's nothing like Facebook. It's not even close. And it's not even a public social media app. And I've said that before. Like, when you post on Facebook, everyone in the world can see it. If you post publicly, you know. You post on ONET, even if it's public, only the people on ONET can see it. So it doesn't even compare. But, I mean, maybe. Knowing Ash, they might have signed the worker a non-compete, which would make it hard to get a new job. That's very true. Actually, I'm sure he did make them sign some document like that and a fake NDA. Like, he makes them sign as an O founder. I mean, it's not that weird to think that he would do that, right? Because we've seen him try to silence the O founders. So the people that actually work on the tech, I think we can guess that they've probably signed something like that. Is he related to Barry White? I guess we'll find out. All I know about John White is that he's black and one half of creative dream team Bill Must. Right? The staff in India should be more patient. They don't realize staff is being migrated to an Indian backstreet server. They would be the one that are migrating it, though. So if they're not working, then I don't think anything's going on. That's why this is all in a big standstill. You know? Just a quick stream to share the news. It is news to share, that's for sure. Hello, Jelly Snack. Good to see you. Replicating Facebook. Yeah, it's got a long way to go, right? ONET, you can't even make a second blog post. I still haven't figured out the blogging on it. I should probably play with it. ONET is like McDonald's from Coming to America. Dr. Fell, well, is there anything you would like to say for yourself? Martin, yeah, couch me outside. How about that? Ha ha ha! That was a good one. I liked that. So let's just get right into it.
Hey, we are shining the light. Hold on, Chris is waving. It never.
I was waving.
Oh.
Oh my God. He said, I'll wave to you if there's a problem.
Oh, no, I didn't.
And I go, what's up? And there's no problem.
I was just saying hi. Hi,
That's
everyone.
what happens when you hire cheap labor, okay?
Yes, if you do want help getting your salary, okay, you guys have a case open right now with the police station. So I would call this and report that your salary is owed. There's also a live stream in which I let you know how to report in India to the labor board. So that's another route you can take.
Anyway, thank you everybody for being here. It's the 8th of July, believe it or not. And we have a very special guest, someone I really look up to in Onpassive. If it wasn't for Onpassive, I'd have never met him. known him the whole time I've been in, just about, I believe. Words of wisdom to many people, helps many people. Never cared about being on the limelight. A true servant here in Onpassive. As you know, we did a webinar with Mr. Mufara with the OTech guys. Go check it out. It was very, very good. He dropped a lot of golden nuggets. So I would go check it out if you could. Shout out to Redbird. Red, I tried to call you. Anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Chris so he can introduce this gentleman, and we'll get this party started. Chris.
Thank you, Marty. Welcome, John. Before I get to this beautiful man below us here, I would like to ask everyone out. We got some serious prayers going on today. Robin Noble, as you know, keep praying hard for her. Rob Gorman is going through some stuff right now. I'm not sure, but I know they had to put their show on hold. So Rob and Lynn, we're praying for you. And Jerry Nix lost his wife 2 days ago. And all our love is sent to you, Jerry. Take a couple days, and I'll get back to you, buddy. You just take a couple days, and you know what you got to do. So, and happy birthday to anyone that's got a birthday today. Dan McKenzie, I know, and Lisa Ann is happy birthday to you. And I want to now get this going. I'd like to introduce him personally myself because I've met John. I've known John and Bill Musk. We used to do 2-hour phone calls every single day talking. And yeah, Bill Musk is real. It ain't me. Everyone thought it was me. John has done some pretty amazing things, not just in his lifetime, but through Onpassive. Marty calls him Solomon because he's just full of knowledge. I'm going to let John fill you in on all the good things in his life that's happened because of Onpassive. And on that note, I love this guy. He is a true brother of mine. And you guys all know him from all his videos with him and Bill Musk do constantly. They've brought thousands and thousands of people to their attention. They brought him in, and they're pretty amazing. So on that note, Mr. John White, please introduce yourself, buddy.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, let's do a test. John's talking through my phone because the mic won't work.
Okay.
Can you guys give me a thumbs up if you can hear John? John.
Lord. How interesting. We're already having issues with sound. Gotta love that. Please communicate with Ash. Ash will not talk to me. He doesn't like me very much. And please help with salary issues from the past 6 months. We didn't get salary help, but still we are with Onpassive. Please. We also have families. The best thing that I can tell you to do, other than go to the police in that area, is to fill out this form here, which I've discussed before on my channel. This form here is for the labor board in India. So if you've already called the police, and you're already on strike outside of the building, the only other step that you can take is to do this online complaint through your labor board and have them civilly go after Ash and get you your money. Okay? That's the best thing you can do. I am someone that speaks out about Onpassive as a scam. So I'm on your side. That's the best help I can give you. Unfortunately, I'm not a large YouTuber on here, so I can't give you any more help. If I was, I would pull money out of my very own pocket, and I would be starting a huge crowdfunding campaign for all of the employees there. Unfortunately, though, I just don't have the resources to do that. Just like if I was bigger out here, people would have water filtration systems. But I don't have the resources to be able to do that right now based on where I am, unfortunately. Otherwise, I 100% would, without even questioning it. That's the difference between me and Ash Mufara. Is that if I had the money, I would definitely be helping all of these people that were promised help. It's just I don't, unfortunately. I barely get by with my own family. And I do this pretty much for free. I make just enough to be able to pay to keep my channel going so that I can do this and continue to do it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to. And I do that through the people that get memberships here and donate to me when they can, you know? And I make AdSense, and that money goes back into the channel. But those are the best things that you can do. Is you can go and also file with the labor board there. It's their job to ensure that you're paid the salary that you were promised. You should also have an employment contract. So I would get that information and contact these guys, and they would be able to help you with that. They actually will be able to get you back your salary. If you have them and the police on your side, you're doing better than Ash is. I don't think anyone's going to be okay with him not paying you. Unless they're brainwashed by Onpassive. He is not with us. We are trying to warn people about him and Onpassive, right? You know? Oh, there you go. Request to be on an episode of Shining the Light and tell them your situation. I'm surprised that someone, hasn't done that already. Onpassive is a fraud. Onpassive has not been paying their employees. They're on strike right now. And it's also being sued by the Security and Exchange Commission in the United States, Florida to be exact, if you're wondering what state. Ash's state, Florida, for unregistered securities, fraudulent activities, misappropriation of funds, meaning that he privately spent all the money on himself and his wife and his children, not putting it back into the company. And it was called a pyramid scheme by the SEC. So I'm pretty sure when the SEC says it's a pyramid scheme, you can say it's a pyramid scheme. It works out around £100 per weekend. That's his job and income. I don't understand how Ash can't act more responsible, right? It's like, how do you keep screwing every single thing up all the time? Mob justice is popular in India. I don't know if it does. Sam. Maybe if Ash turned Onpassive off, then on again. He just needs to flick the switch, Right?
Say a few words. Tap dance.
John, say a few words.
I think so too, Angel.
You guys
give us a thumbs up.
That you can hear him. Takes a second.
It'll be a little faint, but stop talking to each other and let us know if you can hear John.
Okay.
Hi. Think they can hear us?
Yes, all good. One person.
Okay.
Hello.
We're off to a great start here. We're like 4 minutes in.
And everybody has it.
That's right.
Low sound.
All right, John, try to squeeze your butt cheeks and talk a little louder, and we'll get him in there.
Can you hear me now?
No, I can hear.
Go ahead. They're giving us thumbs up now.
Make sure you hold that towards your microphone.
Remember, squeeze.
Okay.
Chris, hold your phone towards the microphone. Okay.
It's right where it's at.
All right.
Go ahead, John.
Lord.
Okay, it's no secret. My name is John White. I'm 76 years old, and before Onpassive, my financial condition was bleak.
For fuck's
I've
sake.
never been in an organization where you have a man who focuses on helping people. And I am one of the people that need help, because in June the 11th, 2020, a transformation took place, a metamorphosis took place with me. For years, me and a business partner of mine by the name of Mark Rumpf went into almost any kind of money-making legal opportunity. We found out that the opportunity was not for those who came in, but for those who created the opportunity. They were the ones who were making all of the money. And that is prevalent on the internet.
Oh my. John. You don't say. You don't say. When do you think the Stooges will address the strike? I don't know if they will. I don't know if they will. Because it's negative. It's too negative about Onpassive. I mean, excuse me, they haven't even really addressed the fact that commissions haven't been paid out. We're still kind of waiting for them to head on address that.
But then along came a company that started out in July 2018 that completely changed my mindset.
Wait, what?
I was no longer...
Wait, we were on July 2020 and then July 2018 came? We're time traveling again, guys.
Suspicious. Because Mr. Ashford took all the suspicion out, because he took all of the risk when it comes to making a living for you.
Well, if they don't, they do now. Because they definitely watch myself and the recovering Hunbot like hawks. They seem to know every single stream that we've ever done about them. So they probably do know.
Yourselves and also your families. I only wanted to come in and just supplement my income. I'd gone with the normal, the big A company, Amway. I've been in all kinds of other opportunities. I mean, these are good opportunities.
Amway is a good opportunity? No. I've spoken out about it a bunch on my channel. You can go check that out.
But it was only designed for those who were computer savvy, those who had a large market, people they drew in because of some things that they were doing as far as advertising. I didn't know anything about that. I was so bad about advertising or trying to get people in that I could.
Well, I'm confused, John. Like, no offense, but like in 2018, Onpassive was only a marketing company. They were only a marketing company. So if you didn't want to do marketing, why in 2018 would you then see Ash Mufara and Onpassive and be like, yeah, this is the answer, this one?
Couldn't even convince my mom and dad. Now that's really something, because I lost my credibility, because all of the other opportunities that I exposed myself to, my name was almost like mud. You know, I turned my warm market into a cold market. But when I saw Onpassive, it really changed the way I was thinking, because I looked at something that would help to benefit the masses as opposed to the 1% people who actually control things. So when I was introduced by Dane and Darius Edwards, that changed. So as I got into Onpassive, I started looking around, and I was totally impressed, because Mr. Mafara wasn't trying to reinvent.
Right, like they're probably in their 90s, and then he's trying to sign them up for like MLMs?
A medium. He just took advantage of the medium called the internet.
What kind of genes does he have, and how do I get them? They seem to live for a very long time.
Now, the internet is a place where most people will go and their dreams will die.
Oh.
But when I came into Onpassive, my dream...
That is not at all how I would have described the internet. Ever.
...was resurrected. I had something that I could look forward to that wouldn't judge me by how I look, you know, how I thought, the people I was surrounded. It didn't matter. Race, color, religion, politics, none of those things mattered to Mr. Mafara. What he did is that he looked at humanity from a different perspective. Instead of getting money from humanity, he started giving money to humanity. This vehicle, we call Onpassive, is not a wealth creating vehicle. It's a wealth distributing vehicle. So when you have someone who's invented something that takes the attention off of him and places...
Right, and you see that sometimes with the way that Ash will like talk to some of them. You can tell that he really does look down on a lot of the people in Onpassive during those big webinars that he does. I mean, you just watch his facial expression and what he says to some of them, and you're like, he hates these people.
On humanity, then that makes all the sense in the world. So I started thinking more about myself. How can I get better? Because I know the vehicle is going to get me to the place I want to be. And it's going to get everybody who's a founder or early bird affiliate, and those who are smart, who are users now, but not affiliates, become affiliates, then it's going to get us to everywhere we want to be. Do you know, in my 76 years, I've never taken a cruise. Never took a cruise. Now I'm going to be able to do that.
Oh my God. I hate it when they got like an older person on here. It's in his late 70s. He just wants to go on a damn cruise. But we all know that Ash is never going to make it possible for him to go on a cruise. And it's a little bit heartbreaking to be like, sorry, John White. You know, you definitely deserve to go and enjoy yourself on a cruise before, you know, it's time for you to, you're probably Christian, go up to heaven. But I don't think this will be what gets that for you. And this is what bothers me. It's like Ash stringing these people along so they don't look for other avenues to reach these goals and these dreams, because it's all Onpassive that's going to do it for them. And it's like, damn, I really wish I could just jump on there. It's like, and be like, John, please, if you want to go on a cruise, that sounds great. But you and your family are going to have to get together and plan a way to get you on a cruise, because it's not going to happen here in Onpassive. So maybe, you know, look for other ways to go about doing that, you know?
But I didn't want to go on a cruise weighing 400 pounds. So guess what? I did something that changed that.
Yeah, remember, he's lost like 200 pounds, this dude, at age 76. That's pretty crazy. And by the way, that has nothing to do with Onpassive.
And it's a funny thing, when you start feeling good about yourself, your whole outlook changes. And if you have something that's going to propel you to get you to where you want to be in the optimum mental way and the optimum physical way, then you just really can't beat it.
Hey, Ken.
I lost 200 pounds. And it really changed my life.
Me too. Oh my God.
I looked around before with the 400 pounds. I didn't see anybody who was 76 years old, weighed 400 pounds, that was still living.
Yeah.
You see? And no matter what people might think, being a carnivore is your ticket to health.
Yeah, it's Marty and the carnivore diet, which they didn't need Onpassive for. It's not Onpassive's carnivore diet. It's not even Marty's carnivore diet. That's a thing out here. Marty came across it elsewhere, you know?
I know for a fact that it has changed me. I was pre-diabetic. I had a blood, one of those, my blood was atrocious. I cut out sugar. I cut out carbohydrates. I'm not getting paid by the carnivore people to tell them about this, but I'm telling you about my experience.
I was like 300 pounds when I was pregnant. I hit 295. That's what I was when I had my daughter. 295. Took me a couple years to lose the weight. Allegedly, when you gain weight when you're pregnant, you become a death fat, according to Negs.
Experiences. You want to have your brain
That's pretty good, right?
Operating optimally. If you ingest sugar, it won't do that because it destroys your brain. I used to have noodles, man. I used to eat rice all the time.
Yep, I was 113 pounds when me and my husband got pregnant. And then I went up to 295. My daughter was like 11 pounds, though. She was almost 12 pounds. So it was because I had a huge baby. You know, my body had to do whatever it could. That's the amazing thing about the human body, is that it will adjust. You know? It's okay, Ken.
And I wanted to eat more rice because when you eat carbohydrates, it's going to tell you to eat more carbohydrates. You remember the Lay's potato chip commercial? I bet you can't eat just one. They knew.
Honestly, that's kind of awesome. I looked like a weird person when I was pregnant. I was huge before. When I became pregnant, I lost weight every day. I only had the baby's weight, and I could see my baby's bum when he moved. That's actually kind of fun. That's fun.
Why you can't eat just one? Because the more you ate of this stuff, the more you need it. So I completely divorced myself from all of these things. And people say, well,
Foodie Beauty needs to do the carnivore diet. We just need to introduce her to Marty.
Man, aren't you just going to drop dead one day because you don't have, I said, I would probably drop dead if I ate all these things. But now I feel guilty because I feel so good each and every day.
Okay.
So I got my health right. My mental aspect improved. And now I've got Onpassive, which there's no doubt in my mind that Onpassive is not successful because I look at Onpassive as a finished product, so I already see it. You see, when you hope for something, you hope for something that you don't see. But Onpassive is no longer hope; it's a reality.
Okay.
So I want to encourage all of you.
The site's been down since June 30th, 29th, something like that. And this was on, the site was definitely down for this. So I don't know if you can actually say that. You know? I don't.
To get involved, get plugged.
We're just pretending like the site isn't down. And like we can still sell the products. Even in their Facebook groups, a bunch of them keep posting up their link to join. And I'm like, I don't understand why we're doing that. Because it's not like anyone could click on that link and then join. And I understand that like you're in Hunbot mode. which is why we call it Hunbot mode. So it's almost like you're in autopilot, and all you know how to do is post a link and tell people to join over and over again. But surely when the website and all the products go down and people can't click on the link, maybe you should just take a break. You know, like, just go take a break for a little bit. Because it kind of looks silly. It looks silly when you're sitting here going, you know, like, click on this link. And then someone clicks on the link, and then they go to hit register, and then they're met with something that's like, oh, sorry, we're migrating, and we've been down. Like, what are they supposed to do then? They're coming back to you going, yeah, I clicked your link and it doesn't work. And honestly, that's just starting off people really, really bad with Onpassive. Immediately giving them like negative connotation with Onpassive, right? Because if I was one of those people, like, I'm not going to click on that link again. So it's like when people do things like this, and it's like even them doing these shining the lights, it's like great to shine the light on someone, but we can't do anything right now. So I feel like we're just having story times, you know? Like you're not getting anything really out of it when no one can sign up. You're not doing it on the products. It's one thing when you're doing it on OConnect and you're like showcasing what OConnect can do. But when you're unable to do that, what is the point? I don't get it. I keep trying to figure out, is it just they're in this autopilot so that they don't know what else to do? So they're like, I guess we do this. Or are we actually like completely disconnected? Complete cognitive dissonance. And it's like none of that stuff's going on. Just business as per usual.
Yeah. Because when Mr. LaFar speaks about something, he has already done it.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so if you look and get plugged in, you'll start.
We know that's not true, because how many times did he say all 50 products were completed?
Connecting the dots. And I think the three of us, along with a lot of others who aren't apprehensive, who are not saying the sky is falling, when you have a company that says, hey, we're going to do this in a big way. So we just, shut down for a little while.
Okay.
But while he's doing that, while we are inactive, when it comes to the websites, people behind the scenes are taking care of business. So when Mr. LaFar says, hey, I've got something that's just going to blow your mind, I believe it 100%, because if you look at all of the webinars and he's made statements about this or that, they come true. So when he says it, he's not talking idly. He's telling you what's in his heart. I trust what he's saying, because if you put humanity before you put...
Yeah.
The rest is for you to do.
Awesome.
I want it done before I go.
Anything else, how can you go wrong? You see, good always conquers evil. So I'm in a good place.
Holly and I are cleaning up something, and we both have to do parts. So he just came to tell me it was done what he had to do.
All of us who are on the journey of Onpassive
get it done by the end of today.
Are in a good place. And there's no better place when it comes to relieving anxieties over money.
You know, you think having a storage area in your apartment is a really great idea until you have to clean it out 4 times a year.
For debt, all these things are going to be eliminated. So come on in.
Right?
Take a dive. The water is inviting.
Come on in, take a dive. The water is inviting. I've never wanted to stay dry more in my entire life.
Ooh, beautiful, John. I had a surprise for you. I was trying to get Darius on here, but he's got to run out for a doctor's appointment. We'll get him on again. I was going to surprise you a little bit there, but he has to go right now. But
well, that's too bad. So I'm going to surprise all of you guys with our ad break, and we'll be right back. Today's video is brought to you by...
Do you have a berserker demon? You may think that's a strange question, but I've dealt with berserker demons. What's a berserker? The word describes ancient Nordic warriors who fought with uncontrollable rage. This is where we get the expression, he was so angry, he went berserk. In the days of Vikings, berserkers would enter a trance before battle to get supernatural strength. They fought with a frenzy. Sound like someone you know? As we say, they lose it. Explosive anger can come from frustration, feeling disrespected, trauma, mental and hormonal issues, and drugs, but uncontrollable rage can be demonic. As an exorcist, I've dealt with berserker demons. If you've got one, you'll need more than anger management therapy. You may need an exorcism of a berserker demon of anger. That's inhuman. I'm here to help at boblarson.org.
Whoa, looks like you got a bit of a tangle in your dangle. Did you know that more than 8 out of 10 hose owners die each year? Not anymore. Hey, turn me on and watch my hose get huge. My mom always told me I was a grower, not a shower, and boy was she right. And if you squeeze me in the right spot, all my raging fluids will come flying out of me, and instantly I'll retract to my small, natural, convenient size. Amazing! Oh, yep. Shout outs to all my flowers and growers out there. And just like a real snake, it can contract and expand like an accordion. You know, we really wanted to name it the Snake Hose, but that's the title of a gay porno. I mean, I've never seen it, but lizard's close enough. This is my next door neighbor, Sharon. She didn't know I was filming her. She also didn't know I had my hose in my hand, too. If your hose weighs more than 15 pounds, I feel sorry for you. You see, women prefer light, dainty, petite hoses. You don't want to be walking around with a big honking nanner. Oh, Sharon. Whoa, watch the whoa, don't get it caught on the thing. Whoa. Hey, buddy, watch where you're going. You don't want to end up like that guy, still using a standard hose, not going anywhere, and he's fucking bald. Fuck! Look at my hose, people. Oh, yeah, it's growing fast, and it's not kinking up anytime soon. Now, I don't know who lives here, but it's time to wake up. Behold, the full length and girth of my hose and its full potential. Hey, can't you see I'm filming a commercial here, you fucking asshole? Wah! Take that, fuck boy. No one fucks with my hose. The lizard hose is about $30. You get 25 feet. That's like, just a little bit more than $1 per foot. Now, fuck it, we'll give you 2. That's 50 feet. Get fucked. Come on, touch it.
Wait, do you have a condom? You don't have one somewhere? Yes. Oi, excuse me there, sir. Do you have these directions? Sure, you just go down that way and make a turn. Don't let her know that your dinger is almost a no-go. Get Tiny Dinger condoms to you discreetly. It's very important to choose the right size, so make sure that you get your tiny size. Don't be caught without a condom. No. Get Tiny Dinger condoms, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand. Located at your local CVS, pharmacy, Rexall, Shopper, Drug Smart, Walmart, and in your favorite streamer's nightstand. get it. You're into feet, and not many girls are also into feet, but you finally found your dream woman. We got your souls covered now. Brought to you by the same people who brought to you Tiny Digger Condoms, trademarked, a YouTube streamer's favorite brand, and the same people who brought to you Sexual Endorphin Spray, trademarked. We have now created the Foot Fetish Fantasia Spray. When you're rubbing on her toes, take a deep breath in and smell the sweet aromas of the toilet bowl, the tire shop, dead flowers, and your nana's perfume. After all, it will turn you on more than just her pinky toe will. This little piggy has been to the market and grabbed themselves a bottle of the Foot Fetish Fantasia Spray, trademarked. It made it so much easier to wake to my ex-girlfriend's feet after she posted up her beach trip vacay photos. Grab your bottle now and make that nasty foot fragrance vanish just like a ghost. Located at CVS Pharmacy, Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, Walmart, Kmart, Chaz R Us, and in your favorite foot fetishist nightstand. Are you getting upset with people's freedom of speech and consumer protection laws that allow the public to speak out about your scam? Are you giving YouTube creators false strikes in order to continue preying on vulnerable people? Is it getting hard to hold it in? Hold in all the bullshit? Well, introducing Tiny Digger Diapers, the adult diaper designed for the man baby deep down inside who's always on the way to the top where his ears will pop. With our FlexiFit technology, Tiny Digger Diapers moves with you whenever you sit on your chair, sit in your RV, sit on a boat, or sit in your home office paid for by the people you scam. The Secure Lock Core offers unmatched absorption for when you're full of shit, which is most likely all the time. These diapers keep you dry and comfortable so you can attend all 500 hours of webinars this week and not miss your chance to sign up a homeless man to your scam. Maybe he also needs the diapers, huh? Brought to you by the same people who brought to you Tiny Digger Condoms and Fantasia Foot Spray. Buy Tiny Digger Diapers today. Located at Shoppers Drug Mart, Rexall, Walmart, Target, your local CVS pharmacy, and in your favorite con artist nightstand. No matter where your day takes you from webinar to webinar, you will always be dry and you won't have to cry. Thank you for listening to a message from today's sponsor. Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. This person says, ran serious pock off. You're welcome, lady. Woo! Fingers. I never asked you to do anything. I do not agree with the way in which you went about doing this. I do not dox people and I do not take things in real life. I never have. I've spent my entire career on here speaking out about people who do that. So you didn't do nothing for me. I'm just saying. I don't know what that has to do with me at all. That's the problem. People do things like that, and then they're like, well, the person stalked Queen, and then I get blamed for the things that they do. I never asked you to do nothing. I don't even talk about that person over here.
We'll get John, Darius, and Dane. Don't you worry about that. Hey, John, what are some of the things you did in your lifetime as far as work?
Okay, I did almost everything.
Okay. Minus what we were talking about before.
Dishwashing and minus that. Yeah. From working in restaurants, for a real estate agent, working at a call center.
Okay.
You know, I've always been people-oriented. I always loved people. So,
speak up, John. See, the thing is, allegedly, they couldn't get his mic to work and his sound to work. So he's speaking through a phone that is not up to his face. And then Chris is holding his phone up to a microphone so that we can hear him. So that's why it sounds all wonky, you know?
I needed to have something. I did a lot of study when it comes to trying to...
Yeah, I'd rather you work in a kitchen or in a call center than be in an MLM or Onpassive.
Not motivate.
You're only even working at their Hyderabad office, you don't get paid, so.
Motivate people, but to get people moving in the right direction. Because when you try to motivate, people aren't looking for being motivated, but they want to find a pathway to get them to where they want to. So when you can provide information and get people to thinking and make something that is complex into something that is simple, then you are what we call an excellent communicator, like the both of you are. I mean, Marty's more into the technical aspect. Chris is more into being enthusiastic, and enthusiasm makes a whole difference in your belief system. If you don't believe something, you're not going to be that successful. Now, to get back, I was in insurance, and of course, John the barber at the barber shop. So I've done a lot of things, but this thing here, Onpassive, is superseding anything I've ever done secularly. And I must say that I've been taught to dream more and more.
I wish my grandparents were here to tell me stories.
I'm a little country boy from a place called Tifton, Georgia. I moved from Tifton, Georgia to LA, which is not Lower Alabama, but Los Angeles, California. And I was there for about 35 years.
Wow.
So I have 2 children. I'm single and really glad I am right now, because I only have me. My children are grown. I think I've got my daughter's about as old as you are, Chris, but she looks a lot better.
I don't think that's true, right? Like I said, probably a lot better for him to work at these real jobs than in Onpassive, but he's so brainwashed into believing that this is the thing that's going to change his life that, yeah, he thinks this way, which isn't healthy, because now he's looking at his past negatively. And that's not good. If anything, he should be proud of all these different careers that he's had. You know, not looking down on them, especially near like the end of his life. That's just not a good thing to be doing.
I'm 52 and I'm 76. And
So I watched part of it. I did watch part of it, and it's always a hard listen to.
It's going to be the optimum life.
We might do it on Wednesday.
Well, John, don't go nowhere. I got a little surprise for you, because I think I got a hold of Darius's. Oh, darn it. Marty, can you sing Darius? I'm going to send you his email. My internet is not working good. I'm going to send you his email.
Not working
good.
Can
you send him the link?
There's your English.
Can you hear me, Marty?
Yeah, he's on mute.
Hold on, Darius.
We have Darius. Darius has entered the webinar.
He's here.
Oh, hey, there he is.
I don't know why.
There we go.
I'm not really sure why. This was supposed to be shining the light on John White, but I guess we had to invite someone else.
Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yeah. We can hear you better, Marty. Matter of fact, Marty, turn your camera off. Go ahead there, buddy.
Hey, John, first of all, Marty, I love that grin. I got to surprise you, man. This is Darius live. I am not playing around. I'm for real, guys. Marty and
Chris. Okay.
Big John White. Hey, let me tell you something. I got about
Your sound keeps going in and out, Darius.
Oh,
yeah, Darius.
I have no control of that. I got my sound.
We can hear you.
I heard you.
I
can hear me.
We can hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Darius live. Have you ever gone live?
Yeah. You're getting a back call, right? Yeah, you're good.
First of all, I brought this young man, the 76-year-old man, in.
Shame on you. Shame on you.
Okay.
You're good.
Are you like waiting for us to applause? Woohoo! Yeah, you prey on vulnerable people. Awesome! Oh my God, so cool. I wish we could all be like Darius and prey on vulnerable people, make them sign up for companies they don't understand. Woo! How's that?
You're good.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Right?
Does he have his phone on still, Chris?
No, I'm talking to
I find it kind of disrespectful right now. This was supposed to be shining the light on John White, not Darius Edwards, but you know.
John on the phone, but Darius, we hear you perfect. You're probably getting feedback on your side, but it sounds good on this end.
I hear myself talking.
That's okay. We
live
can
is
hear you
last
perfect.
name.
We can't.
Yeah, I thought you guys only had people when they only went by their first and last names. Otherwise, they were troll.
Hear that secondary.
Okay, good. Okay. Let me
To remind you what you just said. It's a good thing.
Yeah, but Chris, he's not on the phone with you, is he?
No.
Okay.
That's what all the companies say. They say, no one can stop us. We're all real companies. We promise. The kids always try to warn the elders, but the elders trust Ash over their own blood. It's very, very sad. It's very sad.
We hear him. Yeah.
Okay. No, we're good.
I'm good. Good. I'm right on. Okay.
I mean, like, I even joined It Works against my husband. He was like, do not join this. I'm pretty sure this is a scam. And I don't want to waste money on this. And then my birthday month came and they were having a sale where you could sign up for $15 instead of, I think it was also $97, to be honest. If I remember correctly, it was about the same as Onpassive. They had a $15 deal and I begged my husband. I was like, it's my birthday month. This is what I want. And he was like, I really don't want us to be doing this. Like, can you not do this, please? No, please. It's my birthday month. I want a business for my birthday. I'm going to become a boss babe for my birthday. It'll be great fun. I promise you. And so he relentlessly was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And finally, I basically bugged him to do it and guilt tripped him into thinking that he wasn't going to get me what I wanted for my fucking birthday if he didn't get me It Works. And looking back on that, I'm like, I was a fucking idiot. I should have just listened to my husband. He knew exactly what was up. And he tried to stop me. You know, and I even manipulated him into the MLM life a little bit. Because when I was done with It Works and he was like, oh, thank God, I hate that company. Right? My best friend was doing Sensi. And she was like, I really want to join, but I'm scared I'm not going to have people join under me. And I was like, I'll join under you right now. And my husband was like, oh, for fuck's sakes. Like, what the hell? But then I was like, no, look, they have products. They're good for our kid. They say they have products for our kid, you know? And that's what kind of got him to come around. When he kind of like the Sensi buddies. So I just used that, right? I was like, yeah, see you then for Hannah. It'll be great. She'll love it. We can all do it together. And he was like reluctantly like, oh, okay, right, I guess I'll pose for some pictures and I'll help you make some waxes, and you know, because we make little testing wax to give out to people for free. You know, he used to help me make the molds and everything. Oh yeah, got him into it for a few months, and then he was like, "This is just like the other one that I told you not to do." And it was like, "All right, yeah, maybe we should have just said no to this too, you know, whatever." You know? So listen to your family. Listen to your family. I actually have an entire video in which I go into that in detail and I discuss why it's more important to listen to the people that are already in your life over the people that are trying to sell you something on the internet. Very important. There have been marriages that have broken up. Okay? Because one of them were in an MLM and the other one saw the light and did everything that they possibly could. Like, these MLMs tear apart families. Not just like, hey, your brother might be in one and it's driving you nuts kind of thing. No, like actually have caused divorces in homes. And that's why I think that they're just so toxic. Like, that's peak toxicity to me. If you're getting in between people and their loved ones, or people and their spouses, people and their parents, people and their siblings, like, you're automatically considered toxic to me. You know, you don't want to be with something like that. And no matter what, the MLM does eventually do that. No matter what MLM you're in. No matter what, it eventually gets to the point where they start to tell you that the people that aren't joining with you in your family and in your friend group, people that you may have known for decades before you ever joined this thing, they're telling you they don't care about you. They don't see you as a successful person, and that's why they're not joining. When in reality, it's because they actually know what this is about. And they don't want to join under you because it's very culty and it's scammy. And the only reason why they keep reaching out to you and trying to tell you to get out of it is because they care about you. And you should always listen to the people that care about you over anyone else. Always. No matter what. No matter what. Crafting, good to see you. These people are scammers and they totally suck. Agreed. Agreed. No, wait for 1 month. Company will start the process. It's a real company. I've been covering the company for 3 years, and they still have not started the real process. Right now, the Hyderabad employees are on strike in front of their office for not being paid for at least 6 months. And the SEC is suing the company and Ash for $108 million. So right off the bat, we're starting off minus $108 million. Because since that's a civil litigation and that's the amount they're suing for, Ash would then have to put that amount aside. So it's just not looking good. You know, would you join a company that's already minus $108 million? Being a real company that's registered doesn't mean it will have a product to sell. Very good point, Joe. Just because you are an LLC doesn't automatically equate to you being like a legitimate, ethical, good business, right? Successful, profitable business. And that's the thing, is that all businesses need to make a profit. Okay? If you want to be a successful business, you need to make a profit. So I don't know why you would then start a business and claim that you don't care about profit. It's kind of important. Kind of need it to pay your employees, to pay for everything. Even for the technology you use, you know, the bandwidth, the hosting. You got to pay for all that since you're not doing it yourself. And you're far from doing it yourself. Lynn ran away to Rob. I think they've been together forever. Going on process, it's a technology company, right? So wait, the fact that it's a technology company does not at all mean that it gets longer to start than other companies. You know, don't let the whole technology thing fool you. Don't let him be like, oh, technology, therefore it should take a long time. That doesn't mean anything. Is this shining a light a huge distraction and a way to keep the thing going? Yes. And it's also a way for them to give you a false sense of importance when they have you up, to keep you manipulated into this thing. Right? Everyone that gets recognized by Marty and Chris feels super, super special. Sherry even felt honored. She was just on one, yesterday, was it? I think it posted yesterday, I believe. Maybe the day before. Over the weekend, Sherry went on Shinning the light. And she felt very honored. So it gives them the false sense of importance that maybe they're starting to miss out on because they can't really share a link or use products right now. Even one application we can launch, it takes a minimum of 1 year time in our Onpassive launches. More applications, so it's taking time. Please wait. You can take apples, no doubt, as all we are in it to win it. let's just say I know a lot more than what you know about the company, and there will be no apples, and you will not be launching in a year, because that's what you've said for the last 6 years. And history tends to repeat itself when nothing changes. And if anything, what's changed here is actually going to negatively impact Onpassive being able to launch in a year. How are they going to launch when no one is hosting them? When Ash can't pay for AWS or a new host, and you can't pay to build a data center? Do you know how much money it actually costs to build a data center? And then the SEC suing you, employees on strike for 6 months. Your tech team is on strike, so they're not working on anything. That's the part people seem to be missing here, is that the employees went home a couple months ago, and now they're striking in front of the building because they haven't been paid. Do you think Ash is working on this? Do you think he's in the back writing up code? Because he's not. He had to hire 200 people to make these products for him. And they're not working right now. So nothing's being done. No products, no sales, no profit, right? Chris says, yes, the Stooges have run out of things to say. It's hard to say it's coming soon every day if your server is down, right? It gives them something else to do. Helps them keep their team feeling special because, you know, they can go up there and have a light shone on them. Just ask Elon Musk about Twitter. Didn't Lynn leave her husband and kids to be with Rob? Probably. Technology, so then it's not a divinely inspired movement to save the world from corruption and bless everyone into gazillionaires? I mean, I guess it depends on the day, right? You know? Tech team on strike equals no migration, equals no sales, equals no profit, equals no company. Pretty much, I mean, when everything's down, including the website. Yeah. And the Singapore office shut down 2 months ago. Yeah, it's been about that long now, at least. For sure, and Ash still hasn't even mentioned that to anyone. It's only us naysayers that know that. The people in Onpassive are not aware that that office shut down, because if you remember, they took the offices off the website. And remember, at first we were like, that's weird. Why would you do that? Is it because we were looking up where all the offices were and taking street view pictures of it and proving, like with the metro station, that they don't look like you claim they look like? And then we found out that the Singapore office shut down. And that's probably why he decided to take them off of the website, because he knew that if he removed the Singapore office only, then they would know. He can still hide it from them this way. You know? Still hide it. Be hidden.
Okay. First of all,
He hears himself.
John White is amazing.
That's right, Joe. In fairness, we should not bring up founders' personal lives. We should only worry about Onpassive and the business.
Now I got 5 minutes.
Okay, Dinesh.
I have a doctor's appointment that I got to go to. Okay, so,
We're going to bring you back. So take your time. When you got to go, you go.
Okay. John
Again, why do we need him here when we're supposed to be shining the light on John White?
White, guys. Totally awesome. All right. Well, I've known John White way before Onpassive came into our lives.
Okay.
Okay. He's one of the first guys I joined. Dana and I, we joined Onpassive actually on November 30th.
Okay.
I hear myself.
We can't hear that, Darius. You keep talking.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do.
Because you have the webinar open on your phone now. You know?
And
Just saying.
November 30th, 2019, Dana and I came in. Actually, on the computer, we say December 1st, but you know, the ecosystem opens up one day, right? So let's say December 1st, 2019, Dana and I came in on Onpassive. This guy was one of the first guys I called. Well,
I think Joe includes their MLM past as part of Onpassive and business stuff. I think Joe just meant let's not bring up if they've left their spouses or etc. So John stole Darius's women, and Darius wanted to get back at him. So Darius pestered John to join Onpassive. Maybe. I hope someone is watching to make sure Ash doesn't suddenly decide to go on an international vacation. Well, I mean, the SEC is definitely watching him and what he spends his money on. I think we can agree on that.
Send him an email. I believe I just sent down an email, and I told him, I said, Big John White, you got to get into this thing, man. Don't ask me no questions. Just come on in, okay? Get in at your $97 to claim your foundership. And I'm telling you, get in, check it out. I guarantee you're going to stay in. I got to go to the next person. That's all I said. That's all I said in the email. I think I sent him a link. and then we just hit.
Don't ask me no questions, and I won't tell you no lies.
We've been working online. Marty, our story is similar. Okay, real quick, similar. I've been working online for over 20 years. Part-time.
I also hope he doesn't try to go to Hyderabad because they got the police in on this whole not getting paid for 6 months gig. So I think they would just arrest him. I think.
No, not full-time like Marty, part-time. Because I had a full-time job. I always had a full-time job. I had to work around the clock. I mean, seriously, around the clock. Okay. And I'm actually a born collection officer for a company that we worked 25 years in the collection business.
Okay, I liked how it started off being about John White. You know, at least he kind of started off being like, I've known John White for a long time. And, you know, he joined underneath me. I was like, okay, maybe he went on to just talk about how great John White is. But now we're talking about him again. And I'm kind of like, hey, get back on to John. This is shining the light on John.
That's what I did for a living. For several companies. Okay. Valley, a big company in California at that time in the 90s. I'm trying to keep up with myself because I hear myself repeating everything that I'm saying. I know you guys can't, but I can. It's kind of weird. But that's okay. That's okay. As long as you guys can understand where I'm coming from. John White, man, I love you, brother. I don't care how small you get at 76. You're always going to be Big John White. Keeping it high and tight, man. Keeping it high and tight. I don't care how skinny you're going to be. All right.
He's John Transparent now. There you call him.
I think
John Transparent. Okay.
John White, Jerry Nixon that you had him.
This is Darius Edwards.
Yeah. A lot of people that you have on. Renata from Croatia that you had a little light shine.
Yep.
We know Renata for years. We've been knowing her for years. Okay. Brought her in. We hit everybody that we could hit because we knew that Onpassive is the real deal, man. Every time that we brought people in, we've been in business like that. We've been over 30 programs. 30 programs. We were program jumpers.
There you have it. We were program jumpers. You mean MLM hoppers? That's what I call them personally. MLM hoppers. Going from scam to scam to scam. Try to find the one that you can join early to ensure that you're in the top 1% because you're well aware that you need to join early and be in the 1% to get paid. I mean, you'll even hear Marty and Chris talking about that. That's why all the other MLMs sucked, right? Right?
We had no choice. Just like Marty said, I've been listening to you. First of all,
You had no choice? Like, was somebody literally forcing you into this? No. You had a choice. See, I did a couple of them. And it wasn't because I was jumping. All right? It was because I did one. It wasn't successful. All right? So someone close to me was in one. And I was like, I'm going to try and help them out where we should be successful together. And it still didn't work out because it was set up against us, for us to fail. We didn't get in early. We got in super, super late to Zetsi. So it wasn't going to happen for us. And I kind of came to that conclusion, like, shit, that's really what it's about. I had an opportunity to go and be one of the first people to join Modere. I said no. Because I was like, it doesn't feel right. The fact that you're coming to me and you know that we would have to be first in line to be that 1%, that tells me everything I need to know about this. And I am not okay with this. I do not want to be one of those top ones. I'm good, thanks. You know what? I'm going to actually go start a channel where I'm going to talk out about all of this shit. That's what I did. So you have a choice. You have a choice. It might be a little enticing, when they come to you, someone comes to you and they say, hey, yo, we can get in first here. I promise you. I've been there. Like I said, someone did it with me. And it was before Modere was even a thing. It hadn't even launched yet as a company. I was going to be in first. And I was still like, no, thank you. I don't have what it takes to be a hun because I cannot put my ethics and morals aside and lie to people and claim that I'm successful because of all these products that I sell when I'm actually only successful because I joined this thing first. I don't like that. That's not good. I can't live a life like that. Live a whole life of lies. But you went, oh, I got it. We have to get in there first. We have to find one that makes sure that we're in the top 1%, which means we have to sign up right away as soon as it launches or before it launches. And you think Onpassive is not launched yet. And that's why we have so many of these people in this one right now. They're like, oh, we're pre-launch. Yeah, for 6 years. I think it's time to maybe wake up, but I get it. It's just interesting to hear them admit that and tell us that, like, that's a good thing. And unfortunately, to a lot of the people watching this in Onpassive, they'll also see that as a good thing. Their filters are messed up. They see everything in positive. Even when it's something very negative that should be waking them up, they still choose to see it as something positive for Onpassive. And it's unfortunate because that should be all you need to know.
Marty and Chris, I listen to your lives all the time. If I'm not around at 7 o'clock my time, which is 10 o'clock your time, I listen to you.
Yeah, because it actually does matter when you signed up in this one too, right? That's why they have early bird founders now. Right? The early bird founders are the ones getting paid. The rest of them, though, probably not.
I don't miss one. So I heard every word that Marty said. I heard every word that Chris said. I'm right on with you brothers, okay? Now, Jay and our schedule is kind of weird because he works constantly right now.
That might be your doctor calling you, Darius.
Okay. And everybody knows that we have our beat show on Onpassive, the twins of Onpassive. Their charity. We had to suspend it right now. Okay, since it was our last show because my brother had to go to work. He worked on Saturdays. Okay, and there's no way that we can keep up with that schedule. So we had to suspend our beat show. So I'm reaching out to all of our dominators. Marty was on our show a long time ago. Domination Power Talk. Chris came on what we call the beat show. You know why? It's the beat of Onpassive. AI with heart, the beat. Never, ever stop. Keep beating. There's nothing that can stop the beat. There's nothing. But what is the beat? The beat is Onpassive. AI with heart. All the way. Period. That's what we do, and that's how I talk. When I get somebody on the phone, You don't want to mess with Darius or a game. Okay, don't tell me about no other mess.
And then Chris says your original sign-up date is not important anymore. It's all about when you bought O-Connect. And I'm like, I don't even know. We actually have no clue. Because there isn't anything in writing that actually explains that to us. And it's not like they've talked about it. These are things that they could be talking about that would be good information to know. Instead of them doing Shinning the Light on John White and then having Darius talk for most of it. But here we are instead, Never! I think they're trying to make it an affiliate program rather than an MLM. I think Ash thinks that's how he can avoid all the business opportunity registration requirements. The second that an affiliate program has more than 3 levels, it's automatically an MLM. So if you sign up someone and they sign up someone under them, all right, and then that person also has an opportunity to sign someone up under them, automatic MLM. It doesn't matter if you call it an affiliate program. And I had to deal with earthly wellness in that over and over again. They have 7 levels. Automatic MLM. Especially here in Canada. Automatically. 3 levels or more, automatic. An affiliate program should be no more than you just having a link, and then everyone that uses your link, you make a commission off of, but there's no levels. As soon as you add in levels, you're in MLM territory. They're pretty lenient. They'll let you have 1 level under you, I guess. And you can argue it's an affiliate program. But like I said, once you get into 3 levels and that 3rd level has that ability to make it into a 4th level that then has the ability to make it 5th, etc., right? No matter what you call it, it's an MLM. And this is the problem with MLMs is they're constantly trying to find new terms. Because of the fact that the anti-MLM community exists, we kind of are the ones that shot ourselves in the foot with that. But there was no way around it. It's the same with them. No longer, a lot of them will no longer use financial freedom, but they talk about time freedom instead. They think that if they change the language, we'll be like, oh, no, this must be legit, and won't clue in or something. And so because of that, a lot of MLMs these days are now coming out here and trying to be like, we're not an MLM, we're an affiliate program. But again, be weary of that. There's technically an affiliate link, I believe, right now down below for you to use StreamYard. But there's no levels to join. It's just if you click on that link and then you buy StreamYard for the month, then we both make some money off of it. But that's it. You then can use a link and other people can come and do that with you. But it's not, I don't make any commission off of that. It's literally just an affiliate. So it's kind of only 1 level of commission means affiliate program. Any more than that, iffiness. I'd even argue too, it's just in the law, the writings of the law here in Canada, it says 3. So I have to say what it is. But like I said, if they're going into the territory of having 2 levels, kind of side-eye it a bit and be like, what are you trying to pull here? John Barilla. I took my profile pic off to fool him into letting me stay in Marty's new chat, and he's such a doofus, he fell for it, even though Gene told him I'm scamming them. He's so rude to me. How are you scamming them? With what? You're not in there selling anything. It's like when people come here and they're like, you're a scam. And I'm like, what? I don't ask people to do anything except maybe join as a member like all the other people on YouTube do, by the way. Darius's audio is so bad, but he doesn't say anything of value, so it doesn't matter. I guess. Gina and John don't like me. I don't think they like anyone. I don't even think they like each other. John can be very rude. Ash would fuck up any type of business structure. It's true. It's because he does not plan his business. We've talked exhaustively about what it takes to plan a business and actually have deadlines for the goals and tasks you have to get done. He doesn't do any of that. So it really doesn't matter what type of business he has, right? He's the problem. 3 strikes and you're 4. They can't get to the next level. They can't get to the next level. No, they can't. I've thought about signing up accounts that look like a founder's name, like using a 1 for L's and John Barilla or Casey Zavenberg. Yeah. I'd prefer if you didn't use fake name, like accounts of them, though. I think that's why there wasn't any commission levels with the first round of O-Connect sales. You only got commissions for your direct sales. They'll mention team bonus, but good luck with that. Yeah, because there is nothing in the affiliate program at all about bonuses. It actually says they don't have any bonuses right now, but in future, if they have bonuses, they'll add it. And nothing's been added. It's the same as it was when we last read the whole thing. Ash could fuck up a 1-car funeral procession, probably. Darius is 100% a pimp in a past life, or probably this one even. He is an unpassive guy after all. Well, I don't want to go accusing people of doing things like that.
We've done it. We did everything you could think of. It don't work.
What he is he's a serial MLM brobot, which is probably why he sounds like a scammer to you, automatically. If you've watched any of my videos, you probably pick up on that quite easily.
You bring people in, they quit. You bring more people in, they quit.
Yeah, but if you're making money to bring more people in, what's it called? It's not an MLM, but a pyramid scheme.
Can't duplicate what we, like Marty said, we can't duplicate what we do. We can't. So
I so badly want a technician out here to duplicate Onpassive products so badly, because I bet you they could have all of it done within a month and up and running with more features than what Onpassive has, and no issues. And it would just be so interesting to have somebody kind of like be like, see, this is how you're actually supposed to do this. You know, because although I say you're in sale, I don't have the ability to do that. All right. So I got to go and research on how other companies with similar products have gone about doing this and how long it's taken them. Luckily for me, there's a lot of information about the tech industry out there. I mean, articles upon articles, but it does take me a while sometimes to kind of get that information. It would just be perfect if there was like a straight up example that we could be like, this person did it within a month. I'm saying a month. Little Miss Lulu's already on me. Like, I would say a week. I'm saying a month because I'm trying to be fair enough to Onpassive here. And I know that they don't deserve it from me. But even a month is fucking better than what they're doing, right? I mean, we're going on 6 years. We still haven't gotten it correct. So I just know for a fact that even like someone in their first year of being graduated from like an IT tech program or any type of program like that, I just know that they would be able to do it no problem within a month. And it just drives me insane. And I've never blamed the technicians of this place, by the way. Again, you have to understand how culty this is and how Ash would manage it. I don't think that the tech issues that they've had are necessarily because the technicians are bad at their jobs. And see, I feel like that's part of the issue here in terms of them also going and finding new jobs. It would be hard to explain this. As a technician of Onpassive, when you go and apply for your next tech job, how do you kind of explain this? You don't really want to go into an interview like my last manager was a micromanager that ran a cult and he wouldn't let us fucking do anything. It just, you know, you might be scared that that manager might look at you like, oh, is this person going to talk smack on me? I totally get that. So I think that might be some of the issue here with the employees in Hyderabad talking about how it's very hard. It's not like they can just go and get a new job right away. Like, Ash has fucked over a lot of people in a lot of different ways. Okay? It's kind of like Mohammed Nazal is lucky to have gotten something. Because, again, how do you sort of explain this to an employer? I mean, think about it. It would be very, very hard. And I can just imagine that these tech guys' hands are very tied in what they can do. So I never want to make it sound like I'm talking smack on the people that work in the tech industry for this thing. It's not that. I really doubt that that's the issue. That's why I was like, I believe that these people probably have 10 years of experience. I don't think they're the ones fucking it up. It's, again, imagine working for Ash. I mean, if you've been here a minute, that should be all I need to say. And I'm sure your mind is just filling up with things that would make working for him impossible and very difficult, especially if you want to advance your career in technology. People that work in tech, they usually like to push themselves a bit. See what new stuff they can come up with. I don't think Ash would allow that ability here. Like, they would not be able to do that working here. It's very unfair to put people in that position. So I just wanted that to be clear too, since we were also talking about them going on strike. Like, don't go blaming them for this mess. Onpassive people are already going to end up doing that because nothing's ever Ash's fault. And they're probably going to twist this, that it's their fault that this migration isn't taking place because they want payment, and how dare they? So let's not add to that at all, because I really believe it would be kind of the opposite. This is Ash's doing. It's his fault. This is his company. He's not running it properly. He's basically doing everything fucking wrong that you could possibly do wrong, plus other things wrong where we're like, you can't fuck this up. And he's like, hold my beer. So, I just want it to be known. Please don't look at these employees like they're the problem. It's not them. No matter what, the issues in this thing are because of Ash. And I want us to put that blame on Ash. Mainly on Ash here, because he's the one running this boat.
And to keep working around the clock if you wanted to make a little dollar. The reason why we joined Onpassive because...
Right? So imagine working for him. And you probably know more tech than he does, because if these people have even a bachelor degree, I'd argue, even if it was their first job, they know more than he does, okay? I'll throw that out there. I don't believe in his education at all. We've talked about it. I've deep dove in his school and everything. I really don't believe in his education. So anyone with a bachelor like he was looking for, even if it was their very first ever fucking job, I guarantee they know more about tech than he does. Imagine how frustrating that would be. Where you're like trying to tell him how you guys need to make a product, and he's like demanding that you do it his way, and you're like, oh my God, that's not going to work. Like, we can't do it this way. Like, what? And we saw a little bit of that in the leaked tech call. A little bit, except Ash wasn't really there. But there was very much a, we have to do what Ash wants in that call, right? The name servers have been migrated and point to the new rented servers. Yeah, apparently the migration happened. I don't know if the techs need to do something on their end to turn this back on. It sounds like they might need to do some stuff on their end in order for the website to go back on. And since they're all on strike, that's not happening. Onpassive is the only patent troll-proof IT company because it has no technology worth of a patent. And that's the thing. They don't have any patents. So, and Ash is apparently very worried about people stealing things from him. So if it was actually his stuff built from scratch, he would probably be sure to get patents.
Not what it can do for Dane and Darius, but what we can do for everybody that we touched. 90%, now is 98% the ratio, who could not refer a person in a program if their life depended on it. They just don't have it in them.
Yeah, it is showing a new host. Since we can see who the new host is, it's fair to say that they've done the actual migration part. Like I said, I just don't know if they have to now do something in their Hyderabad office in order to get the website and everything back up and running. From what I researched on how that process is, it sounds like they very much do have to. So I'm assuming that's where the issue is, right?
For you, everybody, if you listen to me, I guess I can be heard still. I'm telling you right now, all you people out there who naysayers and you people don't believe in Onpassive, I'm telling you right now, you better wake up. You better not miss a train. Otherwise, you know what's going to happen? You're going to get run over by that train. You're going to get run over by it if you don't jump on the left train.
Yeah, patents are public because they have to be. Because if you come up with an idea and then somebody already has a patent for it, you need to then know that before you go and try to apply for one. And there are none underneath his name whatsoever or anyone else's name that's high up in this.
I'm telling you.
Or that's listed. I should
also
include, or that's listed as being a co-founder of this on some of the main websites. Nothing.
Talk about on the beach, though, you know. And when Onpassive comes back,
probably
the beach show is going to come back. Everything's going to connect. So right now, we want everybody to keep the faith, keep believing, don't give up. I tell you,
probably
right now, what's the word? I'm trying to think. Onpassive right now is a setback to be set up for a great comeback.
We're having a setback, everything turned off in order to set up for a comeback. Okay, that's an interesting way to look at it. Don't panic.
Don't panic.
I guess you can spin it in that way. I mean, that is technically what they've been saying, that it's down because they're making everything better. And when they come back, it's going to be crazy.
Follow me?
Another ash bomb.
Absolutely.
Now, we all know what happened September 1st, 2023. Guess what? September 1st, 2024 is coming around the corner. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Who knows? We don't know. But come on, think about it.
You don't imply that something's going to happen this September already. Lord, are we already in the part where they start planning for their big announcement of something in the fall? Thought we had at least another few weeks before that started.
July. Only got a couple months before that happened. Went down a year ago. I'm not saying I don't know what's going to happen.
Agent says, look in their eyes. Tell me these four men aren't the future of the internet.
I'm just putting it in your head. Guys, I'm telling you right now. Marty, Chris, John, we got Mike, William, we got Julie. I know everybody been on our show. Everybody.
I don't think so. I think he was just throwing that out there. And I'm saying, don't do that to these people. Just don't. Excuse me. Don't do it to them. Don't promise them a date or even mention a date, because even when Ash mentions a date and claims that's the date, we're not supposed to listen to him because they know he can never meet a deadline. And it's sad, but that's like a joke here. Like, they all laugh about it. And it's like, that's not something to laugh at. Like, this is why your company's failing. Because of things like this. So I'm over here like, no, don't say September. Let's not make that a date. Because we don't know. We don't know. I don't even think Ash knows.
Been on our show. Dan Street, Mike Ellis. We hit everybody. I'm telling you right now, what time is it?
You really just need to know how to look it up. It's not hard to find any of the information about the LLCs or anything. It is all public information in order to protect consumers so that you can look this stuff up and see for yourself. So make sure that as a consumer, you educate yourself on what to look for and things to look up if you have a company like this trying to poach you into their company. It'd be good to know how to look up these things for yourself. And when I look them up, I leave the links. So then you can know how to look them up.
Get ready to go, guy. Hey, you know what? Anyway, I just wanted to surprise you real quick. I told Tristan I wanted to come on. I didn't think about coming on.
Right? Like, what happened to this being shining the light on John White? Like I said, he was making it about him at the beginning, and then it just, he lost us.
Now, I plug in my camera and all that, you know, but because my doctor's appointment is online. It's a television. Okay? So I just got to take a shit and even talk medical.
It's like, didn't you have a doctor's appointment to go to?
So anyway, everybody knows my situation, right? As you know, I have cancer. I've been having cancer with multiple myeloma, blood disorder ever since February 15th, 2000.
Damn.
I'll save that for another day to tell you where I am, to why I'm on medical disability. Okay, I had to stop working when I was 16. I'm 70 years old. I beat you, Marty. I'm 70. Okay. So I've been around the block. I know what's going on. I know we know what's going on. We know what's happening. You know. So anyway, hey guys, I gotta run and let you know.
Wanda just reported that Ash is on a Zoom meeting yelling at employees just about now. Hope they are recording the meeting.
Oh, that Jane and Darius, we are fired up about all this. If you guys don't believe it, John, he knows me.
Yeah, I mean, John White's 76, so.
Anyway, guys, you guys be blessed. We love you guys. Marty and Chris, you guys are doing an awesome job every day. Don't ever stop. Keep it going. Keep it real. And I'm feeling this thing is going to explode, and it's going to change people's lives all over the world, guys. All right, guys? All right, be blessed.
Darius, we're going to get you and your brother back on here, so...
Yeah, so like, why does he come on John White shining the light? Like, can he not just do his own? Jesus. Maybe Dr. Amen will click the button to make it go live again. Darius doesn't look 70 to me. No, they both look good for their age. I would argue they look younger than Marty does. Oh, I would love to watch that webinar with Ash, right? Implode. Yeah, we're going to implode.
Someone together, I'll be back. I'm going to say it all over again.
Yeah, let me.
And he has cancer, Darius, as he said. And we hope that he gets well and that this thing doesn't take any more from him.
Say something. I've been online, as you know, Darius, for over 20 years, okay? I need...
Oh, Lord, now we have to listen to Marty's story again about the internet.
You guys, I heard your names the whole time.
Same as yours.
Yeah, I heard about you the whole time. You and your brother.
Emails used to come to my inbox.
Yeah, because he's talking about Dan Street that signed him up. And Marty and Dan Street and Mike Ellis. Good old, I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
That's Onpassive Nation. And they had a team before Onpassive. They've been a team for fucking 2 decades, apparently.
Oh, I know. And I want to tell you something.
All the time.
During that crazy journey, you two are one of the ones that stand out to be some of the best people online I've ever met and ever heard. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm not surprised you're an Onpassive.
And we've talked about that before, how the stress of being in this thing and constantly being on the edge of your seat, waiting for something exciting to happen, and then the letdown from it, just to have them like gaslight you and then do it to you again over and over again monthly for 6 years. How stressful that would be and how bad that would be for your body. I mean, look at how Marty's body's taking it.
Really?
You know what?
Really?
I got a coffee. I don't know if you can Curtis. I don't know if Curtis, you probably heard his name.
Go to your doctor's appointment.
Okay, that's my sponsor. And he's all
20.
well. Okay, we love our sponsor. We love our people. We just love everybody. Man. If you're in our organization now, we don't care. I'm telling you now, just get in on Passive, guys. I don't care who you come under. Just get in.
I don't care either.
Just get in. It makes no difference anymore. Not in this business. In other businesses, that was different. But in this business, Onpassive, oh no, there's nothing compatible, man. Just fit in.
Darius, make a promise. You, your brother, John White, and whoever you want to bring in, minimum, we can only hold 10 here. But if O connects back, we'll blow it up. We'll bring all your people to it. We'll bring
Shining the light, baby.
Shine the
All
light,
your
baby.
people.
That light is going to blind everybody.
Interesting choices.
Oh, wear your sunglasses that night.
You got that right. I heard
Because hey, we may not be like the Edwards brothers, but a Marty party ain't bad either. I'm going to tell you that.
All right, Darius, we appreciate you for coming on. Thanks for surprising John, man. We'll see you again. Get a group. Give me a group together, Darius. Send me the names.
Yeah, get us a group when you're ready, brother. Give us, no kidding. We'll bring that big John White too, okay?
Yeah, I got to put Kevin.
No matter how small he is. Yeah, no matter how small he is. Yeah.
Send me pictures.
Going strong. Keep it going strong.
Yeah. Darius, headshots and picture names, so I can put Kevin Rutledge back to work. He's been off too long.
Anytime you guys are ready, Darius.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, my brother. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, John, I hope that was a surprise for you.
Yes, a pleasant surprise, man.
That was a bonus. Shine the light. We got triple light.
He texts me.
Yeah, okay.
And I'm like, oh boy, if I touch this, I'm going to cut John off. I'll try it anyway. And then I sent it to his email, it didn't go, or I sent it to his message, didn't go. I'm like, all right, we'll get you. Finally, he got it. Red's in there saying, Chris, I know I see him. I just can't get him in here right now, but we got him. So, John.
Why? This is supposed to be shining the light on John White. Why did we have to have Darius come on here and talk about himself the whole time? Marty party is everyone sitting on the couch and yelling at Don to get shit, right? What is this stupidity? This is a really big scam. Business partners, big words for a $97 investment with no stocks on the stock market. They must be very lonely with empty lives the way they keep hanging on for some human contact, right? And I get that a lot of the people in this were isolated, and a lot of people joined during COVID when everyone was isolated and lonely. I just didn't know enough to use COVID in that regard.
Thank you very much, brother. You close it out, my man.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
What, does he finally get to speak again on his own Shining the Light? Lucky him.
Just thank you for all of what you're doing, but I just want to give Bill Musk credit, because
Absolutely.
If it weren't for him, I would have never been in position to where the light could shine in on me. I appreciate everything that everybody's doing, but
see, it's so sad. They feel like this is an honor.
You just want to stay positive, guys, because negative energy brings about all kinds of ailment.
Wow.
Both physical and mental. Cast all those things aside. Because if you've noticed the progression of naysayers, they started out with, whoa, we don't have a product. Now we do have a product. What can they say? So each time that they say something,
that's really how you think about it, right? So as long as you have a product, then you're okay. But that's not how that goes. Unfortunately. Right now, you don't have any products. You can't use any of the products. Any of them. So you're back to having no products while you're doing this speech. It's been down for like 8 days, the day that you did this. So
we've already worked on him. So far as already worked on him. He's in the head of naysayer. So they're trying to stay ahead of him, but they can't.
Yeah.
And if you were to...
What am I trying to stay ahead of him in? If anything, I'm following him around, trying to ensure that he actually does what he says he's going to do. Again, if it wasn't for the SEC case and us naysayers, okay, you wouldn't have had the products. We're the only reasons why Ash came up with a product. You kind of admitted it here by saying, well, the naysayers used to say we don't have a product. Now we do. Ha ha, naysayers. You know? But they don't even have a product. I know, like, not anymore. Like, you did for a few months. Congratulations. 6 years. Took you 5 years to get one product. I wonder what would happen. What if one of the founders passed? Do they start talking mess or continue like it never happened? They ask the family to stream their funeral, and they all watch the funeral, and then they all talk about how they had to now make millions so that they can help this person's family, and they use it as a way to try to sell the scheme some more, basically. Oh, staff? More like, oh, staff infection. Proud to be a naysayer. Yep, they make it all about themselves. It's all just, see how much we care about these people. Even when we die, we stream their funeral so that everyone can go to it because we're all family here. And it's like, ooh, you don't understand that most of us see someone streaming a funeral and that's not what we're thinking. We're going, proud naysayer, bimbo, ding dong, whatever they're calling us today. I'm a knight that says nay. Where's my shrubbery? Seriously, it's been like 6 years already. They go to the big dashboard in the sky. Lord.
Put Onpassive in a cap ahead of everything else. So get in that capsule. The Onpassive time capsule.
Okay.
Transcend the present condition that we're in now.
What would you put in the Onpassive time capsule? Like, nothing.
Into something that's going to be mind-boggling. Thank you very much. I appreciate your format, Marty and Chris. And thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Bottom of our hearts. Thank you, John. Appreciate you. Always love you, man. Keep doing what you're doing. And can you let everyone know that I am not Bill Musk, that he's a real person? Because they tell me I'm all the time. I know you're Bill Musk. No, I can't even hold a little light to Bill Musk. He's an amazing dude. He really.
So then why don't you have him on? Have him on. I mean, I wasn't thinking that you were Bill Musk, but now I'm kind of like, why does everyone think it's him? And they fight over who should inherit the founder's position. Yep. And then the executor tells them this thing has no value and isn't an asset. Then they call him a naysayer. True story. Or like Onpassive Sandcastle. Mm-hmm. John White keeps all of his dreams in a shopping cart. If a higher intelligence comes here and finds an Onpassive time capsule, they're going to irradiate the whole planet Earth to make sure we never breed again. The Onpassive time capsule would contain Ash's empty promises, just a list of things that he says is coming. And then you open it up like 10 years later, we're still sitting here talking about how they haven't launched.
He really is.
Yeah, he is very amazing, man. He's a silent but visible by his presence.
By his works, yeah.
Yeah. His work actually accentuates him. But
oh
we want
my.
Bill also to come out because he has a beautiful voice.
Well, a good way to do that is go and check out why Onpassive is a cult of personality and the Onpassive using coercive control. It's in the stream area of my channel. That's kind of a good way to get a quick sort of rundown on what it is, because I kind of break down the whole thing.
Yeah.
It does.
10 years.
I can do an imitation.
Barely enough time for a second product. True. Maybe they'll need 20.
But
before they open it. Huh? 20?
Yeah.
But I can do an imitation of Bill, but it doesn't compare.
Well, his parents are allegedly still alive, because he said that he couldn't talk his parents into joining. So he's 76, and that would make his parents probably like in their late 90s, which I am glad that they did not join.
No, it doesn't. You don't want to embarrass yourself, Chris.
No.
Yeah. I don't know what somebody who's 76 would want with this thing. let alone somebody who's in their 90s.
Yeah, John, that's right. We'll get him on sooner or later. We're gonna get Bill on here, but he needs some prayers too, along with Peter Rogers. You guys, Robin Noble, Peter Rogers, Rob Gorman, Jerry Nix of his wife, and anyone else that needs prayers. We're always praying for you, but keep them in your hearts, close to it, and say some prayers for all those individuals and anyone that I don't know or I missed. Just keep praying. So, John, once again, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for coming on here. We're going to get you.
Prayers would probably mean a lot more if they were also paid the commissions that were owed to them. I'm just saying.
On with the brothers and a couple other guys.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun. So,
because
Marty,
Edwards brothers are fired up, man.
Oh yeah.
God. Jeez. Anyway, thank you, John. You know how I feel about you. Hey, everybody, this is what it's about: shining the light on others. There's gold mine. There's gold nuggets and diamonds all over Onpassive. If you want to be a true leader, lift people above yourself. Anyway, see you all.
And that is that. That was shining the light on John White, but it kind of became shining the light on Darius Edwards. And I'm sure that he'll be on as shining the light or shinning the light in future. So there's that. His parents are in their late 80s. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you would want to join this thing. You're in your 80s, your 90s, your 70s, your 20s even. I mean, honestly, but I am glad that he wasn't able to sign up his parents. That's just 2 less people in Onpassive. So I guess we're going to have to see what goes on this week. I'm not sure if they're going to be doing a 360 tomorrow and letting us hear from Ash again. Hopefully he has some news to give about when the website is going back up. Allegedly, he's on a webinar right now yelling at everyone. So I guess stay tuned to the Recovering Hunbot for that in future. So I want to kind of keep reacting to these shinning the lights. But tomorrow, I would like to take a little break from Onpassive because I would like us to talk about some Nilo Life stuff. And Nilo Life came on our radar because people in Onpassive were actually promoting it. So it's loosely connected. So I hope that you guys come and hang out tomorrow for that. I'm not sure if it will be at 1. It might be. I might have to change the time, though. I'll let you guys know. So stay tuned to the community tab for that. I am glad that we watched that today, though, because I feel like it's good to put a face to the name. Like I said, we do actually react to a lot of John White, Bill Must Productions here. So it's good that now we know who John White is. I guess in future they'll show us Bill Must. So we can only hope for that. Nilo Life, yes. I'm more of an Onpassive purist. Well, like I said, Nilo Life is loosely connected to Onpassive, as there are people in Onpassive that had joined Nilo Life and they were promoting it. But I have a webinar that I want us to listen to from Nilo Life. I think it's good to take a look at other MLMs and compare, if you will. But hopefully now we know more about John White than we did. So there's that. Bill's list is Kaiser Soze. Kaiser Soze! That's who it is. For sure. I am now interested to know why people think it's Chris. So maybe I'll look further into that. But I hope that all of you enjoyed this MLM Monday. Please do be sure to go and check out all of your favorite anti-MLM creators today. Today is the day where most post a video up, so there should be something new on most channels today. So go and check them out and have a fabulous rest of your day. I love all of you. Thank you for being here. Shout out to my replay crew and all of my members and my amazing mods. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Again, stay tuned to the community tab in case I have to change the time. Mwah! Bye! Remember, we're in it to win it. Us!
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke. If that's a call.
Hey.
And I'm your friend.
That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own. And it breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufara.
If you're rude, if you've been doubting or sighing, or we know who you are.
Stop going there. She wants to be the first to make us look silly. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there asking for a debate. That's the lady I brought on. Her debate was screaming at Ash. And another Queen of Karma asking about why don't we answer the question about religion. I think we've answered that over and over again.
I've been answering them over and over. It's not the answer you want.
Yeah.
Call me Reverend Jim Jones, okay? Let's go to Guyana, all right? No joke.
Alright, this is a great way to start your day. Come here and tune in to crazy men talking about their experiences.
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
I'm Mike Ellis, by the way.
Happy MLM Monday! Have a fabulous day, everyone! Love you all!
Stop going there. That negative YouTube channel has got more followers on it than I do on my own YouTube channel. It breaks my heart.
And I'm your friend. My name is Ash Mufara.
Stop going there. Yeah, Queen of Karma's on there.
My name is Ash Mufara, and I'm your friend.
Let's go to Guyana.